Hi everyone, Mexico back again with another part of my live dev interview with Catsoft Studios, the creators of Game Creator, where you can make amazing games without needing to write a single line of code. This was on my live Twitch stream or the w.twitch.tv/themessycoder, where you can catch the entire 4-hour VOD if you want to. But for now, sit back, enjoy, and I'll see you all in a moment. So we've got in the module manager, we've got Pixel Fantasy skin. So what's that?
Yeah, that's for the dialogue module. So the dialogue module, it's a simple, well, not that simple, it's really quite complex, but allows you to create conversations between different characters, and you can switch between cameras, angles, like in the old BioWare games, where there's one character talking. And the Pixel Fantasy, it's just one skin that we give for free with the dialogue that it's more fantasy-like. And there's the futuristic skin, which is more like Fallout game.
Oh, nice. Then we got the stats.
Yeah, the stats is for health and for strength and all this. So we allow you to define any kind of stat with our own formula system. You can
so you can do hunger and thirst and make it a survival game if you wanted.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh. And UMA. No UMA integration yet.
Yeah, it's the only package for 3D characters that it's not yet available, because UMA had some kind of runtime character creation system. Correct. So it's created on the during runtime. So you can just drag and drop your character inside. So, for example, Morph 3D, we fully support them. Fuse characters, we support them, and in fact, we have a demo with them. Catsoft Studios, for example, also are 100% compatible, and mostly all of them, but UMA.
Oh, we'll have to have something to do with that then.
They have bone generators now. Oh, nice.
So you should just be able to drag and drop.
Okay, then it should work fine. But we'll test it.
Hang on. Is he awake? He's awake. Yo. Dude. Come on stream. We are talking about how UMA sucks and you can't do anything with it. That should wake him up.
Please don't hate me.
Hang on. He's awake. He's green. He's green. I think he's going to be coming on. Here we go. He's typing. Blasphemy, he says. You must come on chat to defend its honor. Alright, let's see if it's woken him up to come in. It's 10:30 in the UK. So we've got a quest system, so you don't need to use Pixel Crushers, Quest Machine or anything like that. You've got your own?
Yes, Quest module.
How advanced is it? I mean, let's have a look.
Yeah, sure.
Let's have a look at the stats one first, because you just went straight past the stats. So
okay.
If I want to use the stats.
Stats. There's been a quite controversy because Game Creator is all about making things easy to do and that. And the stats is a bit advanced, but we can take a look.
Okay.
The stats is it's on the top toolbar where it says Game Creator.
Yep. And then where am I going?
And preferences. The preferences window.
Here we go.
Okay, and this is the whole preferences window. Each module creates its own tab, so you can go to stats and you'll see the stats that come with example scenes. If you have that installed, it's completely blank.
Here we go.
Okay. And there's a difference between stats and attributes. And if there are some game masters here, maybe I messed that up, so forgive me. But basically, stats are strength and values that increase over time but never decrease. And attributes are stats that have a initial value, a maximum value, and a current state value. So, for example, health and mana are attributes.
Ooh. Ooh. So just I need to save money for the other half of my permanent license for animism.
Too bad I need to save money.
Never mind, mate.
Okay.
So we've got if I want to now I got my so
Yeah, so attributes. Yeah.
oh, nice, but so you can't there isn't this is the current value, but there's no max that you're putting on here. Max values from the vitality.
No, the max value comes from the stat, and if you go to the vitality stat, which is in the stats tab.
Okay.
So basically,
yeah,
stats define the values of your character, and attributes are a value that goes between normally 0 and a maximum value defined by the stat, and it can go from 0 to that value.
But why are you saying there's controversy that this is difficult? Because it's just
well, because you have stats and attributes, and sometimes people just confuse them.
okay, I get you. What's status effects?
Status effects, it's for example, you can create a poison, which is the default one, but you can create almost any kind of status effect. With the stat system, which is the action system, which is the visual scripting solution, you can customize completely the output of a status effect. For example, you can want to create a stagger effect for the player, which he can move for 5 seconds. You can create a status effect, put the duration to 5 seconds, and tick the controllable property to false. And when 5 seconds go by, you just tick the is controllable to true, and that's all.
I'm playing about, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
We've got hang on. Is that created now? Status effect. Position. Is that fish in French?
Yeah, there's poisson.
Yeah.
And it can also be in poison and poisson.
Buffs and debuffs, yes. So I've got thirst, but my max value of my thirst needs to be a stat.
Yes, exactly.
So I would say what my stat would be. Endurance or something.
Yeah, sure.
And base value, give it a number, and I can change this I can affect this in with in game with how would I reference these stats and attributes? Is there a method that I do like stats and then put a number or something or a name or?
You can reference them with the get stat action, which just returns the stat. You just type in the name ID. So for example, thirst is your ID, then you can just type thirst and it returns the value. But for example, you want to make thirst diminish during time.
Yeah.
Then you can use, well, in this case, the thirst would be more of a trick example. Yeah, an attribute that it's 100%, and you could create a trigger that starts calling an action and reduces your increases your thirst for 0.1 every second, for example. And every time you query the thirst stat, it will give you a different value depending on the stat, on the attribute. Sorry.
So
Did that make sense?
So I'm starting, because this one here, 1 means it's at the maximum value, correct? And 0 means it's at the 0.
Yeah, exactly. So thirst, I suppose you mean that 0 is you are healthy.
Yeah, that's the thing. Games always have got it like worded the wrong way around. Like your bar seems to like go down, and then you're dying of thirst. So
okay.
So you like
It would be 1.
You should call this like hydration or something.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Or like, I'm not thirsty.
Okay.
But they don't.
If you want,
it's always thirst. Something like that. Silliness. Isn't it?
So if you want to see the thirst start decrement over time, you can create an action at that is started on start.
Yeah.
And every second, for example, it reduces your thirst by 0.1, for example.
Yeah, and when you eat a kebab, it makes you even more thirsty. So it's an extra status effect of you've had your kebab, and then your thirst decreases faster.
Yeah, you can do that. Perfectly feasible. So that's what I mean, because the stats module is a bit complex. You have to wrap up your head around it.
So we've got a secret guest who's just popped in to say "Oi oi Savaloy," and let's just show him something. Right, Mr. Secret Anorak, sir. Your lordship. He's a celebrity that we've got who's come to give us his presence. Look at this, sir. Look. I'm going to throw in the governor's daughter. Look at that. I just threw in the governor's daughter. Click play. And now I'm the governor's daughter. Now we were just saying that Marty, the developer of this from Catsoft Studios, this is game creator, by the way, Mr. Soprano Exo. This works with, and I can't even say the name out loud. Morph. Ugh. I feel dirty just saying it. And it's working with Fuse, and what else you said it's working with? It's working with Morph 3D, Fuse, and who's the other?
Yep. And going back,
iClone, there you go.
Yeah, iClone too. True.
But the old UMA would have been a problem to have the ease of use of getting it working. But it was mentioned, rightly so, in chat, that now with the new bone system in UMA, this shouldn't be that much of an issue to get in. What are you reckoning? Let's see what let's see what's Mr. Secret Anorak.
Okay.
So I've turned off my foot IK from my player.
Mm-hmm.
And while I've done that, I'm still see now if I jump up on here. Oh, let me turn off that camera effect. Camera motor. What was it that we changed? It was on the player, wasn't it? Camera direction, movement direction. There we go.
Oh yeah.
Siganorex says, with the stuff that's been added in 2.8, it's so easy that it hurts.
Okay. Tomorrow morning I'll try it out.
Yeah, and there's a Slack group for UMA, so if you need any help, there's amazing people in the UMA community. Jamie, Kanamis, there's a load of them. Names as long as a phone book.
Great.
Laura, We've got. I don't have now. I've turned off the IK for IK. I'm not having that weird teleporting issue. I'm still bobbling about.
Yeah, that's probably because of the character controller.
Yeah.
It's too fast and it just bumps.
There you go. So yeah, exactly. You can generate your skeleton outside of runtime now.
Oh, perfect, perfect, perfect. I just I took a look at that I don't know, a year and a half ago.
Have we got a command for Secret Anorex Discord? Is there an exclamation mark secret Discord? I'm not sure if there is a secret Discord. Hang on. I don't normally promote other people's Discords in my channel. Because that's like not cricket. Promoting other people's Discords. I wouldn't really do it. I want to keep all of the love in mine. I want mine to be big and juicy. But what I would say is he gets an exception because he's beautiful. Come join the secret revolution. There you go. Now somebody test it with an exclamation mark secret Discord. Share it, Messi, share it. And while I'm sharing stuff, is there a Discord for the game creator community?
Yes. I'll just send it to you through Skype, and you can post it there.
Send it to me on Discord as a private message on Discord rather than Skype, and then I can stick in. Pete, you changed your name. Pete 2. Or is this a new Pete 2? Here we go. I didn't even realise that the camera was in the position that it's in. Completely unintentional, I have to say. There you go. There's a link. There's actually a funky link there. Looks nice. That's actually a very clever way of doing it. Because now it's readable, as opposed to Discord / jibber jabber jibber jabber jibber jabber.
Yep, and we had a problem with just issuing too many open invitations, and a lot of sex dates, spam started showing up.
Yeah, sorry about that. I got drunk, and I apologise. I won't do that again. Disclaimer, it wasn't really me. For people to go, oh my god, Messi's posting sex pics in people's channels. No, it's not me. Pete, new subscriber. Thank you very much for the sub. So if anyone's wondering what we're looking at, we've got a mashup here of Aquarius Max's Ultimate Poly pack. This is just one of his scenes in the Ultimate Polys. And we're using Catsoft Studios Pirates pack for its characters, and we're using the awesome that I've never touched and played with before game creator from Catsoft Studios, and we're running around chucking it in. Now it does, as you're saying, it does seem like this game creator does lend itself more to if you're making a game like an adventure game, FPS game, Tomb Raider style game, than if you're making Flappy Bird or something. Would you say that's correct? Yeah,
that's 100% correct. In fact, one thing I'd like to note to highlight is that the visual scripting solution we do, it's completely different from Bolt or Playmaker. So we like to think about game creator being in symbiosis with these other visual scripting tools, because our actions do a lot of stuff and deal with a lot of game creator subsystems. So, for example, you have the move character to a certain position, and it has to animate the character and find the correct path and do a bunch of stuff. And you don't have concepts like vectors or more codey things. With that,
Where do I see all that magic? So
the
in the preferences,
demos, for instance.
your scriptable, your visual scripting.
Oh, it's in the actions. You had one. Where was that?
Oh yeah, the one I had at the top.
Yeah, that one. So it's not in a graph. It's like a list,
Oh, okay.
and it executes from top to bottom. That's what I mean. It's completely different, the concept. So you can't just code it. It's more of a collection of instructions.
Oh, okay. So it's not it's not node based. It's
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. So you can just do anything. There are some limitations to this, but it's also easier to debug and to create your games.
And you don't get spaghetti.
Exactly.
Right, we've So I can
Another, yeah.
so adding an. This is just adding an action, an action, an action, and an action, or is this action now linked to this one here? I mean,
No, all of them are completely independent, and they are executed from top to bottom. And while one is being executed, the rest wait. So you have to wait for the previous one to complete executing before jumping to the next one. So you can do, for example, here you can do a wait action.
okay. Ooh,
And
wait 5 seconds.
for example, another cool feature about Game Creator is the states. So I was talking before about the gestures. You can play animation clips on characters.
Yeah, like we're doing with this one, yeah.
Yeah, and there's another concept which are states, which is the same thing, but for animation clips that are repeated itself. So, for example, a character sits on a chair, and there's an idle position.
Yeah.
You can do that with a state.
Go on then. Let's do it.
And yeah, sure. Right here at action, and instead of a gesture, you can type state.
Yeah.
And states are a bit more complex than gestures, and you can have, for example, a complete locomotion system with states, so you don't have to mess with mechanism.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Or just play a simple animation clip, and for example, for a sitting animation, which is super simple, you can just drop in that.
Hang on. I don't believe a word you're saying to me. Alright, there's a chair. I want to sit on that chair.
Okay. So to do that, you have to make the character go to that chair.
Right.
So to do that, you can use the action. I'd advise first to remove the collider from the chair, so there are no problems.
Okay.
If there is any.
Yep.
Okay. And in the actions list.
Hang on, I was just coughing all over you. Say again.
Okay, in the actions list.
In our this one that we were playing about before.
Yeah, it was at the top. Ah, there.
Yeah.
So, for example, to play the sitting animation, you have to make your character go to the chair and play the state sitting. So you can remove these gestures, these actions if you want, by clicking on the cross at the right.
Hey, here we go. All right, fresh slate. Here we go.
Okay. And you can use the action move character to make a character move to a certain position.
Move character. There we go. Okay. I want to put a target of. It's my player is who. And our position is my chair.
Exactly. You're getting the hang of it.
Okay. Can I make her open a bottle of beer? That's next. That's next.
And you have the tick box to wait until you're arriving, which is fine.
Hey, how do you know that
And
she's arriving if you don't have the collider anymore? To say that she's
by the
entered.
position, if they if
Ah.
they uh,
How
if
much
they're
is
on the
that
same
costing you
position,
on memory then performance? Like you always checking. Are you
yeah,
checking every frame to see if she's there, or what's going on?
yeah, it's in every frame. So there's a bit of trade-off in performance here, but well, for creating games like this, you have to trade off a bit. It's not that unperformant. It's just a simple vector 3 comparison.
Okay. So yeah, she's gonna walk into the chair. So we want to add. I suppose we would want to add a. Something just in front of the chair, rather than the chair itself. Maybe.
That's for what, sorry?
Otherwise, she's going to be inside the chair.
Ah, okay. Right. In fact, there is a component for that, which
Ooh.
are called markers,
Okay.
which allow you to move a character to a certain position and then rotate them, so
Oh,
they are facing.
yeah, that's what we want. So how do we do that then?
Right click, the same way you created the game object, that game object.
Yeah.
You can click on the yellow arrow at the middle of the top toolbar of Game Creator, or just Game Creator, Other,
There you go.
and Marker. And that's it. You just rotate it.
So she's going to go to this marker now.
Exactly. Facing the same direction as the arrow.
Ooh.
So maybe you want to rotate it 90 degrees.
But I want her to walk here.
Yeah.
And then, hang on. How do I want her to sit down? How do you sit down in a chair? Do you always walk up to your chair at the front? I go a bit sideways. So she's gonna walk face this chair, like here, and then I want her to turn around and sit on the chair.
Okay, you can do that like this.
So now the action is the marker. I'm gonna guess. Okay.
And instead of using the transform, there's an option for marker.
Oh, okay. Cool. Lovely. Much nicer. It's got a little script. Is a scriptable object? Is that? Is the markers and stuff?
Just a mono behavior. Super simple with you get a method that you call get rotation. It returns the rotation of the object. Super simple.
Okay. All right then. So I wait till she arrives. Now I want her to rotate. So is there a rotate? No.
There is, yes.
Transform rotate. Is that the one I want for her to turn around?
I wouldn't use that one because it's meant more for objects. But instead of rotating her, you could just grab the marker and rotate it 180 degrees. So she'll walk towards the marker and then rotate toward with where the marker is pointing at.
So I've got an action to rotate the marker.
You don't need to. So the character will get to the marker and then will rotate where the marker is pointing at.
All right.
Exactly like this.
Okay.
You can test it if you want, hitting the play button.
Can you move the chair? I suppose you can move anything with another.
Yeah.
All right. I've got her to be controlled by me. So how do I tell her not to use? Because she's being controlled by me at the moment, isn't she?
Exactly. Yeah. The move to removes the control from the player for just a few seconds. So
Which one?
Yeah, like this is perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Come on, sweetheart. Come on, love. Come on, Treacle. Nah, she's not. She's not having none of it. She doesn't want.
You need to, yeah, you need to play the action.
Yeah, I forgot to do the thing really, innit? Because I need to say on start do it, but I didn't actually have any trigger to actually trigger this, so I need to push the
Exactly.
bloody button. Yeah.
So if you want, we can overview the trigger and see that how that works.
I mean, let's go. Oh, that was inappropriate. Sorry, I didn't mean for the camera to go up there. This is a family channel. Oh. Oh, alright, alright. I want her to be walking though. So, how do I change her character? How do I change her to, instead of being running, to say the locomotion needs to be running flag turned off?
There is a action called character properties or property.
Change property, character property?
Yeah, change property.
Okay.
And you can pick from a
Ooh.
range of options. Yeah. We'll see the demos now, which are pretty cool.
Can run?
Yeah. The can run, if you disable them, disable it, the character will just start walking.
So do I do tick it off or?
Yeah, just take it off.
And then I want this to be. How do I move this above this one?
There's at the left part, there's like an equal
got
symbol.
It. Yep, got it. Little dotty lines.
Exactly.
Nice. Oh, this is intuitive. Takes you a couple of seconds. As I've never played with this before. I've never seen this before today's stream.
The little
This asset. So I'm completely new to Game Creator.
Oh.
If anyone doesn't believe me, then go sit in the corner, because I've never touched this before in my life. So now I want her to sit in the chair. So it was that gesture thing we did, wasn't it? It's just going to play an animation. So player, need to sit down. I haven't got one. Air stand. Oh, you go. Air stand down. Is that?
There is no sitting animation. You'd have to go to or create the animation. You can go to Big Salmon, download it. But if you want, you can play another one.
I've got no idea what this one is, but we'll do that one. And wait till it's completed, and then I will do another one where she's going to clap. But how do I do the masking thing? So I only want her to be upper body.
Okay. You need to create an avatar mask, and to do that, yeah, it comes with a couple predetermined.
Why is there two called upper body?
I have no idea. Maybe because another module has one of these. So Game Creator has an upper body for the example scenes, and the ads module, for example, has another upper body avatar mask for the examples.
So this would be only her upper body would be affected by this animation, or?
Exactly.
Okay, cool. All right then. Let's do this. All right. So, I'm going to play this. But she's already there. I'm going to agree. Nice. I actually find that easier than playing about with that timeline.
Really? Nice, nice to hear.
That was, I mean, Sanyo, you were like saying this is why you use timeline. What didn't you like? Well, what do you think is timeline has got that makes it easier? Did she slide to the? I think she took a side step, slidey slide. How do we switch between using root motion and non-root motion with the controller?
We currently don't support root motion because we already have the character controller and the navigation agent. We expect to add support for root motion in due time, but just to keep things simple, we ignored it because any animation with root motion can be played without it, but not all animations without root motion can be played with root motion.
I get you. So, Mr. Secret Anorak, sir, he offered his help if you need anything for getting Uma working with gameplay.
Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. Tomorrow morning I'll try the new 2.0 version and let you know about the results.
So that last second, she turns and then slides a little bit.
Can you play that again?
So let me move her back over. I did all this myself with my own, and you've got no idea how much time I spent mucking about that some of the NPCs would position themselves perfectly by the chairs, right? And when they do the animation to sit down, they would look like they're perfectly positioned on the chair. And then other NPCs, exactly the same model character, exactly the same model chair, and I would just move it, slightly rotate it in a different position, and then I'd push play, and out of 10 times I'd push play, he'd be positioned differently every time. Like sometimes he'd be perched on the end, sometimes he'd be well in, sometimes on the left, sometimes on the right, just because when he was getting there on the nav mesh, by the time he'd got there and turned around, he was like, nah, I'm gonna be wherever I want to be. So hopefully using this, so far she seems to be. Let me move the chair as well. Let's see it. I'm going to move the chair here. Let's go crazy. Right?
Okay, let's try it.
Let's try this. I want to put a trigger that as soon as I start, it plays the animation, so I don't have to click.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
So how do we do that? I'm going to guess I'm going to go and click on create trigger.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, it's nested in there. And don't tell me. I'm going to try and guess what I'm supposed to do.
I won't say anything.
Create an action slot. What's this one? Create a condition slot. Create an action slot. Alright. I'm going to drag in my action. Alright. On start. That's my trigger. No, I'll do. On start. Click play. I only gone and done it. There you go. Look, she turned and slid. Did you see that?
Yep. It's funny how she claps.
She clapped. She loved it. You need to sync root motion to nav mesh.
Yeah. That's. I'm not really good at animation, so I have to work this out.
This was really easy.
Thanks.
That was nuts. That was crazy easy.
Well, there's another thing that will blow your mind, and those are the states. There's a couple of them that come with Game Creator, and you can make, for example, this young lady feel like she's drunk.
Okay, let's do that. Let's go crazy drunk.
Okay, so going to the actions, for example.
Yep.
Create a new action and type in state.
State. So Sanya's saying she needs transitional animation and another marker near the chair, maybe. Yeah, you do it like a bit more effort.
She needs transition animation.
So we need an animation where she's sitting down for one thing, and you need an animation where you're the sitting animation, basically.
Yeah, you could do that, or maybe you can create an animation that her feet stays at the same position as the idle one, and she just leans back to the chair. But it's up to the animator in this case. But yeah, making another marker should work fine.
Right. So what we've got this change state. So player action, state asset.
Yeah. So states can come with two different options. One of them is just an animation clip, like sitting, which we don't have. And another one is state object, which is in fact an scriptable object. And if you select where it says state asset.
Yeah, I can see crouch, drunk, hurt, and meditate. Right,
Yeah,
so I'm gonna go
pick
drunk.
whatever you like. Okay. And if you want, we can first see the results and then see how states work under the hood.
Speed-wise, or you could expect different results every time. Oh my word.
First run drunk.
Chuck in mask. Is this comparable to Playmaker? If so, what makes this better?
Question of the century. It actually, we want game creator to work well with both Playmaker and Bolt. So they should work together, not fight each other. I mean, Playmaker doesn't have a character controller or a camera system, and game creators' visual scripting is really easy to use, but doesn't have all the power of Playmaker. So you can have the best of both worlds.
So the hooks. I remember, like, I haven't played with Playmaker in years, but I remember that there was hooks that you get to integrate with other stuff. So you'd go to the Playmaker website and you download integrations of Playmaker with whatever.
Yeah, we plan to do that, but it's the same as always. We're focused on creating other modules first, the core modules, and once we have the whole product more or less ready, we'll start working towards integrating other packages.
I'd like to see this with Elliot AI as well. Kind of.
Sure.
I mean, I've always not wanted to touch Unreal because of all of its blueprint system. Just like coding, but
yeah, you actually took the ideas from Actions because when I was younger, I used to play a lot with RPG Maker, and how you place the different actions one under the other was it worked like flawless. It was really easy to debug your game and without having a spaghetti like in Playmaker and Bolt, which you need to have if you want power. But for simple things, it's much easier a list-based action system.
Can one of the mods do the permit thing on Duffer?
One of the mods, what?
One of my Duffer wants to post a link. Yeah.
We don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents.
Fresh meat, you're supposed to be in the army protecting the nation against, I don't know, French people wanting to take more of your land. Fresh meat, have a look at this. Watch this. She's been drinking. What's the question, Sengoku? How to make random actions, like if somebody already sits on the chair.
Then you would need to use the conditions in this case.
Yeah.
So, for example, you make a character sit on a chair. You raise a flag for a variable, a Boolean variable, for example, and say this chair is already occupied. And with the condition, you just check if that variable is true or false, and act accordingly.
So I would be able to put. Hang on a minute. So normally, what you would do is you'd write a script for this chair that has variables that says chair state or something.
Okay, let's just do that.
But with your system, what would I do?
Okay, you have selected the chair,
Yep.
and you can add the component local variable.
So what I do on this way?
Yeah, and add component. Game creator. No, this is just to create a game object. You can create it like this, or
I
adding
can just go
component
down
to
here
the
and go
object.
local.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. Right, so I make a variable name, occupied. How the hell would you spell occupied?
C, I think.
And I can make another one. Oh, hang on. I've clicked it and now it's a ball. So now I can say back on my action. Actually, let's put the chair local variable set to true already. And then.
Okay.
Where's the how do I add the conditions into here?
The conditions is a separate object, so you can create in the game creator toolbar.
Yep.
Where you create
conditions. There we go. And then what am I doing? There are no clauses associated with this condition component.
Okay, a clause is like if something happens, it's then do that. That's the clause. So you can add a clause.
Okay. Oh, Fresh Meat says he's got to go. Good night. Have a great stream, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Be safe, mate. Only 12 days till you can come back home. Well, we've been missing you, honestly. Everyone in Discord and everyone in chat has missed you a lot, pal. So be safe. See you in 12 days, buddy. Add clause. Okay, so if all conditions, add a condition. Local variable is variable ball is guessing what I'm doing here.
I won't say anything.
Compared to true, then I'm gonna need a new action. So I'm not able to use this condition halfway through my actions, or am I able to?
Sorry?
Like in this train here, if I go move to chair, can't run, be drunk, can't run, move to the chair, and before this one, I want to do the conditional check.
You need to create an action here and say call a condition and create another condition object.
Aha. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So making complex things, it's a bit more hard with a list-based system. That's why we're creating now the behavior module, because it allows to interact game creator with a behavior tree, which is easier in that aspect. Yeah, exactly like this.
So I want to then branch off. But I would then need to end this here and have two different actions.
Exactly.
Sanyo, I don't like him. Who don't you like, San? You don't like the chair. Who don't you like, Sanyo? Tell us and we'll spank them for you. Fresh meat. Ah. You don't like him because you missed him? Or you don't like him because he said goodnight everyone and not a specific goodnight to you? Because I can relate on that one, San. So I'm going to make a new action. I'm going to go and... see, there's... Just checking to see if he's still here. He's not here. He's run off. Clap. So, am I able to steal an action from here? Like, can I copy this?
And a single one?
Oh, yeah. Look, copy.
Yeah.
Holy Pope. All right.
But you can only copy one instruction at a time.
I want to copy you. And then how do I paste him in?
You go to the other actions action object, and next to the add action, there's
found it.
exactly.
I found it. I found it, man. I found it. I found it. It was an icon that looked like a clipboard. You didn't even need to say a word. It was intuitive. I worked it out.
I won't say anything else.
Oh my word. Okay, so right. Gonna then get rid of you. Our condition, create this action, clap. What does destroy after finishing do?
The
destroy after finishing.
It means that after the action is completed, at least once, the entire object is destroyed.
So I don't have to have him in memory anymore.
Exactly. This is very useful. For example, if you create an item and you just set it to, when you click it, add that object to your inventory, you just destroy that object automatically from the floor.
Is this a new version of Unity? Well, you would hope that when they're making Unity, new versions of Unity, they actually think about it and they put useful stuff like this in. They are making their own visual scripting.
Yeah, exactly. I haven't seen it yet.
How's it going to affect you, do you think?
I think in a positive way, because the same way we want to support Playmaker and Bolt, we also want to support Unity's visual scripting solution. So users can decide, for example, Unity's visual scripting won't have an action that makes a character move from one position to another one. It will probably allow you to create more like code, visually code, rather than create higher level actions like these ones.
She's going to walk now. She's then going to do her turny roundy thing, like sitting down, arms flapping, and then she'll clap. Alright, so she's still drunk. Alright. Preferences. So inside here, this is where we handle with the stats. This is where we handle the quests and your dialogue system, your inventory system. Localization, if we do, we'll put translations in.
Exactly.
Global variables, nice. This looks like a nice, easy way to control global variables.
Yeah.
And what's this general tab?
The general is general settings. So, for example, we by default we use the player pref system for saving the game. But you can create your own system. For example, there's the same user that created the multiplayer module for Game Creator. He also made a saving system for a cloud platform. I don't remember which one. Maybe it was Photon too. So you just have to change where it says save/load system for another object, and it works. So it's basically some kind of advanced general settings here.
So out of the box, one minute, okay,
Mm-hmm.
1 minute. So out of the box with this system now, I'm getting an IK for feet, hands, and smart head. Yeah?
Sorry?
We get IK for feet, lower body,
Yeah.
we've got feet, we've got arms, and we've got that smart head.
Yes.
We've also got a save load system.
Yes.
Now, the save load system is saving our stats and player positions and things.
Yeah, not everything, not the whole state, but only some game creator parts. For example, local variables, global variables. If you have the inventory module, it also saves your equipment and the other character's equipment. The player position also. Yeah.
If I wanted to have my player put objects down in the world, like if he killed an NPC and it spawned some objects, or he put down a campfire.
Mm-hmm. That's the limitation. That part you'll have to code it using a local, for example, a local variable, and set it to true if you want that campfire in that position or not.
Okay.
So it doesn't save the whole scene, just some parts of it.
So we would add a local variable on the campfire and say savable or something.
Well, more no, it would. It doesn't save the whole object. You could have, for example, the campfire.
You'll instantiate a new campfire in that position when it loads.
Exactly.
Up.
If the local variable is true or false, depending on if the player put it there or not. So there is some manual work, and some other things are automatic.
So 2018 will be ready to start the 2-year LTS cycle in a couple of months.
Oh, really? Nice to know.
Drop the same quests, stats, dialogue, inventory are add-on modules, but local and global variables are much else in the core asset. Right, let's go and pop into the asset store page.
Mm-hmm.
Where were we? So, if I go big down here again, and hang on, big chat window. Here we go. That's an easy way of doing it. I can actually read what we're doing now. So if we go back over here and Catsoft Studios, let's put this in a currency that people can understand. So we've got the main kit, which is $65.
Yeah.
That's correct. $65 for the main kit.
Exactly.
And we've got the stats, $20, inventory, $20, dialogue 20, quests 20. So if you don't need them, you don't need to buy them.
Exactly. It's each one works completely independent. You only need game creator in that case. And we actually recommend just starting off with game creator, getting used to it, and once your game is in advanced state and you say, okay, I need a stats module, just buy it, import it, and you got it working. So you don't need to have all of them.
Nice. You want to learn one before you can run? Before you start asset flipping?
They already started flipping my asset.
Really?
Yeah.
But
I was kind of happy
how
seeing it there.
How are they? That's the thing, we had this in chat last week, where people are asking like the definition of flipping and not. So you're saying your demo scenes are being flipped, or?
No. Sorry, I confused flipping with piracy.
Sorry. Piracy. Yeah, no. Wow,
yeah.
Piracy. That's completely different. Yeah. Yeah. So, they're already pirating your asset. You must feel honored.
Yeah, exactly. It was like, oh, it's worth pirating.
My God. So where do you find that you're being pirated? How do you find it?
In the Unity forum, there's a section for publishers, and just discuss things there, and we talk about the MCA's takedowns and all this.
Nuts, man.
Hmm.
Crazy. So quests. How do I? Let's. I know time we said like, oh, like, we'll only be on for like an hour or so. We're 2 hours in, and I haven't even touched on the quests yet.
If you want to see the quests, I recommend first taking a look at the demo.
Yeah, let's look at the demo scene. So I want to save this because I want to lose my playing about with this chair, because I want to come back and play with this chair later. Are you working on your behavior module you were saying earlier for AI is imminent, and your shooter module updating and adding to existing modules, which it does a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I want to play about with that photo. I want someone to do a unit one. I know unit's dead and stuff, but I'd love to see more networking add-ons with this as well. But I'll have to play back. I've never got Photon really to work yet. I'm a bit pants when it comes to Photon. Maximilian Peas. I purchased Game Creator 2 weeks ago, and I've already wrote an action for it that reads a weather asset. So via Game Creator, I know if it's day or night or sunny or raining, and it was pretty easy to integrate them. So you've made your own weather tool, real life weather tool using Game Creator.
Famous Max.
Wow. That is nice. Pretty damn tasty. Pretty damn tasty.
Cool.
Everyone in chat, don't forget that clicking on that magic follow button. There's a follow button on Twitter, on Twitch, and on Twitter. Click them all. Exclamation mark Twitter. Why not? Let's do it. And on YouTube. Exclamation mark YouTube. That's right. I have a YouTube channel where I do tutorials, reviews, and I upload edited versions of these interviews so that you don't fall asleep when you're watching me going, oh my God, look how pretty it is, for about 2 hours. Because I can tend to do that sometimes, don't I? I just tend to sit here drooling in front of my screen when it's something too tasty. Will the AI module be cheap to buy? I'm going to guess. I'm going to go out on a limb and say your next module is going to be $20.
Exactly.
There you go. I guessed that one. Kind of.
We can't say really much about it because it's actually finished, but it's not that easy to use, and we want to focus mostly on user interface and how intuitive it is to work. And because behavior trees are not that intuitive, we have to polish it a bit. So maybe it will take like a month for us to finish it.
Well, that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed this live dev interview. There's much more where this came from. Don't forget, if you like these videos, you want to see more, click on that big red juicy subscribe button down below. Tell all of your friends and neighbours. And I'll see you over on alderw.twitch.tv/themessycoder Fridays and Saturdays. We've also got a Discord. There's a link down in the description right down below. And if you do like it, click it. Till next time. If you want to see more of my crazy videos, click on the left side of your screen now. And down below, there's that big juicy subscribe button. And right next to it is the magic bell that if you click it, it will tell you if I've got a new video coming out. Till next time.